What's up, everybody? This is Disco to Monica Hydroponic. Thank you for stopping by, checking me out, whatever. I got a lot. I got a few things to talk about today. I'm going to. I had a visitor come by recently. His name is Rurik Douglas, and gave me this tome. He makes these. These are awesome. I'm sure you've seen them from other occultists. I know J.S. Garrett. They got a couple, I think him and his wife. So these, I got one when Rare came to visit me. This thing is awesome. Basically, I think what I'm going to do is just create just the Book of Shadows, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put all my workings in here and chant the book itself to make the workings more powerful. And yeah, so there's a lot of workings that are going to be able to fit in here. That's going to be rights, things like that, to the death current, most likely angelic and demonic, possibly angelic. I don't work with a lot with the angelic, but more of the demonic aspect of things. And yeah, so this book is rad. It's really well made. It's he makes them all himself from scratch. Orders the stuff from like leather from Italy. He's binds the books himself. It's awesome. There's a lot of detail in the book, and really well made. It's not super heavy, and yeah. So I don't really have a link. I don't think he's selling them right now, but when he does, I will post a link here so you can get one yourself if you would like. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is I have I've been working a lot with the death current. I've been working a lot with Cain, Gajin, if you're from Colombia. But I've gotten recently, and I've been visiting a lot of graveyards. I posted the last thing that I did. Me and Rurik actually visitor that was here. We went to, there's different names for it. It's the Shoal Creek massacre site, the Jonestown massacre site. Anyways, so we came across a few energies there. It was very interesting. We saw some wisps more than anything. I saw I think it was more of an elemental energy in one of the spots that we were at. And we tried out the ghosttube app. I'm still kind of figuring out, I did some research on it. It seems to be like they made it to where it's like supposed to be legit. It seems to be all right, certain spots it has more action, which is interesting, where we saw the elementals, not too much, but other parts of the place where we were at on the trail where where we saw like a bird. We were walking and we saw a bird kind of like fly off from the ground up into the tree. We didn't see the tree move, or we didn't hear the wings of the bird in any kind of way. This was interesting because birds don't really fly that much at night, and it was like 11 o'clock at night. So that was pretty interesting. So in that area, we did some work with the ghosttube app, and caught some very interesting things. I think we were called Satan at one point, which was pretty funny. But there was some interesting stuff that happened there. I've watched the last video. I have several videos, but the interesting stuff, I don't want to, there's a lot of things that don't happen for a while, so it was it could be boring, then something will pop up here and there. So anyway, so because of all this work and everything that I've been doing, I worked with Cayenne, and Cayenne gave me also I've been working on some remote viewing, practicing remote viewing and things like that. So using a remote viewing technique, I've been able to channel more powerful workings, like energetic workings, rights, things like that. I'm offering, I've been working with the Orishas lately as well. So I am now offering I have an Orisha tarot deck, and I have the Chomolongos. Chomolongos are a divination system used by in Santeria and the Yoruba, by with the Orishas and your ancestors and stuff. I work a lot with my ancestors. So there's a lot of things that I've been doing, and I'm going to be making more videos about things like that. So this is just kind of telling you what is going to be coming up, basically, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna start working with Elegua more, Olodumare. Cayenne is gonna always be there. I feel it's kind of like Lucifer. Cayenne is a very powerful entity that I really like working with. I'm really sensitive to the death current, and I feel it feels great. I love the energy. It's very natural to me. So You can do a lot with it. So, anyways, speaking of the death energy, I also have like a new attunement. Basically, what attunement is like I call your astral body forth, and then I draw sigils onto your energy centers, where then now you have the ability of this sigil to be able to do the work yourself. Either you can bestow these energies on other people, you can do meditations yourself, whatever. So the new one I have, it's super cheap. I started out at a certain price. I moved it up. I went up a little bit because it was wicked popular, and right now it's on my site. I'm not gonna say the price because if I change the price later on when somebody watches this video, you know, just go to my site. I'll leave a link in the description about where you can go to see how much it is at this point. Eventually, it will be full price, but right now, I just want a lot of people to have it. So it's a cool write. It's really cool. It's simple. It's only one sigil. It's and one mantra. It's really easy to work with, and so all that being said, okay. So what this does, it helps with several different things. It helps with mediumship abilities, connecting with the dead. Honestly, it helps go into the underworld. I've had meditations where I'm like walking around in the underworld. It's really, really dope. This energy that I've been working with. So if you're interested in something like that, again, it helps with your mediumship abilities, communication with the dead. So this rite could definitely, if that's something you're looking for, this rite could help you. Obviously, it's not going to be like just a one and done for everybody. Some people might be more sensitive to it. Some people, this might be the last key that they need in order to open their mediumship abilities. Some people might need to work at it a little more, but this is definitely a key that you can work with and fuck with the lock a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's on my site. Also, I wanted to teach how to do, basically, when you have all my attunements, like I said, I implant the sigils within you, your energy centers, palms and everything, stuff like that. It's basically how you can utilize these energies yourself in meditation, in order to empower yourself, like do daily meditations with these, if you would like. You can use one of the sigils. Like some of the rites that I have several sigils. There's a couple of rites that don't have any sigils. I just do the rite itself. But for the most part, I have sigils and mantras that I will give you. That way you can work with it yourself, to initiate the energies whenever you're working on somebody else or you want to be in the power and meditate yourself. So this is a meditation that you can do. So basically what you're going to do is you envision the sigil within your third eye area, which most of them I just implant them in the dantian. This one, it's every energy center you have. The mediumistic rite of Cain is basically, I think it's what it's called. It's the mediumistic rite of Cain. It's like the other one is the death rite. So this is totally different. It's I should know them, but whatever. It's the one that's cheaper. So basically, you envision the sigil within your third eye area. You say the mantra, and then you kind of just think about the energy, and then you do it in your middle dantian and then your lower dantian. You should know where all those are at. If you don't, this is your upper dantian, your heart chakras, where your middle dantian is, and your lower dantian is like a little bit beneath your belly button around here, this area. So you kind of feel around, see where it gets warm and all that kind of stuff, But basically what you do is you hold your hands. This is what I do. I hold my hands in front of my third eye, and I envision the sigil drawn out like this, like drawn out whatever the sigil is, right? After I envision it complete, then I start saying the mantra as many times as I'm inclined. Sometimes you do it like 3 times, sometimes do it 4 times, whatever you feel, you intuit that, okay? So whatever you feel is a good number. Don't stick to a number. Just say it as many times until you feel the energy and you feel you're ready to move on. From there, after you do that, now you have the energies going. So now I normally start at the top, and I put my pinky and my ring finger together like this. And from my palms, I envision the energy going into my head and all that kind of stuff to aid in third eye development, all that kind of stuff. And Also, like I envision that energy is flowing in my brain, basically lighting up, my third eye lighting up, and things like that. So you hold it there, or whatever energy color you get is the one you should use. If you just envision a green color, which is pretty common for the death current, then go with the green color. If you envision a blue color, do that. Um, from there, you do that as long as you feel so inclined. Just into it there, or until your arms get tired, and then go down to your heart. Hold your hands like this. Do the same thing. Say the mantra over and over. Just feel the energy. Envision the energy going into your center chakra there, and just filling you up, and just it's an emotional center. So like the emotional aspects of everything. And then when you go to the lower dantian, you're gonna hold. I hold my hands like this, basically, or maybe like this. Sometimes got kind of a little belly, so like that I hold it, and then I angle it to where it goes up into my lower dantian, and then I just hold that one. Mainly, that's the one I hold for a while, and then I use a technique to where I pull my own energy body in front of me, and then I do things with my own energy body. I haven't made a video on how to do that yet. I'm basically going to. I don't know if I'm going to charge for that or not. I know I've mentioned this before, because it's like basically it's the key. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. But maybe I will just make a video about it. I don't know. It depends on what the spirits where they guide me. So far, I haven't gotten anything, so that's why I haven't made anything. So, anyways, then I do that. I do some other stuff. So, but anyways, this is how you can do it yourself. You just hold the meditation there, and then you just kind of let the energies flow. Don't think too much about what you're doing. Just let the energy guide you. Just let it do what it's gonna do. And then what I started having was flashes. I had a flash of that I was in this, like, looking down, and it was silver light, and I was like in this graveyard looking kind of place. And I've actually been in some of my meditations inside of graveyards, just like walking around. Sometimes the graveyards I recognize, sometimes they're not. If you go to a graveyard you work in a lot, you can actually use envision yourself in that graveyard. So you can do that kind of thing. And there's a portal technique I will also teach. And I don't know, it's the same technique. It's a portal, how you draw the energies and all that kind of stuff. Definitely that's something that I'm going to be offering in the future. Yeah, then you just sit there however long. And if you draw yourself, well, I haven't done that yet, so whatever. But anyways, so then when you're done, that's... I've been getting a lot of the spirits. Now they're talking to me, but like they're showing me stuff. Like I'll go to a graveyard and I'll ask for, like, I'll say something, and then something will appear. I think the other day when we were in the graveyard where I was with Sorcerer Ronarius and Rurik Douglas, we were walking around and I mentioned how I needed a bottle of water. Then Rurik saw a bottle of water that was just kind of sitting there. And then when we were leaving, I was saying how I was thirsty. Then I found this big jug of water that was just sitting there. And then, like, just basically anything that I'm saying I really need this, it will kind of just appear. Like I'm led to go down this certain way to find it. It's really, really interesting. And that's been happening a lot. I've been having like little clicks in my house a little bit more. Things have been occurring, more so than before. And the energy is palpable. It's awesome. I was led to the graveyard the other day where I got the tree. There was a tree in the graveyard that apparently there was some kind of storm or something. I don't know, but the tree was like blown over. It was broken. So I thought it'd be really cool for the tree that had been there, all the energy that is soaked up from the dead around, all the graveyard energy, the cemetery energy, to go inside of the tree and pull something out. I was trying to get this piece right here because it was just kind of sticking out like this, but I couldn't get it. And when I looked down, I saw some sunflowers, which are a sign of Oshun. So I just went under the tree to the other side, and then when I tried to get it like that, I took out my knife and everything. I was on this side and trying to get it out. I couldn't. When I went underneath on the other side, I grabbed it and moved it a certain kind of way, I guess, and it just slid out. And I was just like, okay, cool, thank you. I thank the dead. I thank Oshun. Be sure to always say thank you for stuff. Those are kind of things, the way you communicate with the dead. When they give you something, say thank you. And then when you get it back home, if you have an altar to them, give them an offering, for sure. That show them that you're appreciative, and things will just keep rolling. It is fucking great. So yeah, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching, and I'm going to add the right down below. So if you want to get it right now, it's pretty cheap. I recommend getting it. It's a dope ass ride, you know, whatever. But anyways, if you like this video, share it with your friends. If you hate it, share it with your enemies. Take it easy.